Hello everyone, welcome to Fashion Calgary. My name is Anya Basag and I'm here today with Lauretta Anders, Vice President of Emerald Management, co-chair of Homefront and founder of Fashion Forward. Yes, I did it! I memorized everything. Thank God for not more titles, but I think proud mommy, we are on the same boat with this one. Lauretta, thank you so much for having us here. I want to ask, let's start with your Emerald Management. Tell me a little bit more about your journey with that industry, because it's so different from fashion industry.
So Emerald Management is a family business, and we've been in business for over 40 years in Calgary, and primarily in the community of Calgary and area. I've been working with Emerald now for 20 years and in the position of Vice President. So we manage the whole gamut of properties, from single family homes to high rises and then to condominiums like this one we're in here today by Battistella.
Speaking of properties in Calgary and being so long in this industry, how do you see the city developed over the years?
It's really been exciting to see how the art has come into the architecture of buildings, and to see buildings that we're seeing in the East Village and all over the place that are really promoting art and culture and integrating that into their structures. And beautiful. It's changing a lot. It's exciting to see that happen.
Yeah. What about, let's go to the Homefront, because this is very exciting and probably rewarding for you, part of your everyday life. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So I got in Homefront a couple of years ago and really inspired by the organization and what they were doing to end domestic violence. And what excites me about Homefront and what I truly believe in is they are making a difference and they are saving lives through collaboration and working with I hate the word victims, but working with the families and making them be empowered to move forward and do better for their families. So it's been really exciting to see the progress, and we've just finished a campaign where we've been trying to empower the movement and letting people know that Calgary cares, and Calgary is out there, and as a community we support those. We have very high numbers of domestic violence, and right now when times are a little bit tougher, we see those incidences and percentages raise up. So it's important to know that there's people out there that care, and we're working with the police and the judicial system, and that there is help for people and families that are dealing with domestic violence in their lives.
Well, that's probably very rewarding, like for you as a person as well, to giving back to the community. But let's get to the Fashion Forward, because this is so much fun and so much exciting. I think it's a couple of years now.
2 years, yes.
The last one, of course, and I missed both of them because I was in Poland, which what a shame for me. But looking forward to the next one. Tell me a little bit more about the idea behind this thing.
So Fashion Forward started 2 years ago, and it was a group of us that got together. There was a series of goals, 40 for 40, that I was trying to work to accomplish, and wanted to see how we could take a simple idea of giving immediate impact and giving back, and then using fashion as our tool, because I've noticed, and especially through that event, how many barriers fashion breaks down. And then seeing how we can have conversation and getting people to collaborate and work together for a cause to empower women in our community. And what we did at the last 2 events is we really encouraged people to bring clothing that maybe wasn't working for them anymore, but could really work for a teen or another woman in our community. And through that clothing and that donation, help build the confidence of women, and also get the skills and take courses on how they could integrate back in the workforce at the time with making changes, so that they could empower themselves and better their families. And we got amazing response from the community. It was tons of fun. The first year we raised close to $70,000, and pretty much our expenses were none. So just the amount of volunteer and the community that stepped in, and it was the first fashion show I'd ever been to, which is funny, but it was really good, and we had a great time, and just seeing how the community comes together and sort of that brand, and believing that fashion can move you forward. And if you feel good, then you're empowered to change.
That's so beautiful. So speaking like of our city, like, and doing so many different things, because you do, how do you see the cultural scene evolve over the years, besides development as we talked about it before?
So I think the awareness and the involvement of our community in it, and that starts on the streets, it's starting in the buildings, I see it everywhere, and then it's happening. It's people that are using it to deal with issues or change. I sit on the Calgary Housing Board, and they had an incident where they were dealing with a lot of crime and graffiti, and so they got the community involved and created this beautiful mural to showcase how just a little bit change and everyone coming together that we can really make an impact. And it's exciting to see that. It exists, I think if you look, it's existing everywhere. And it brings down those barriers and those boundaries, and it helps people start to communicate and talk about the differences, and just through that, that's how we learn and empower change.
Well, thank you so much for saying yes to be part of this year campaign, and we can wait to see you all glammed up for the gala in November.
Yes. Thank you very much. I'm honored to be a part.
Thank
you.